Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unequal Sequel
Extra.
I do love that, I really look forward to when you do it.
I know, and none of the listeners can see, but I do little jazz hands every time I do it as well.
It's quite something. How are you?
I'm full of cold, so I'm really sorry if I sound snuffly through this episode, but fresh as flu has hit me. So last week when we recorded about James Bond, I was complaining I was working all the time, and obviously that working all the time has now led me to be under the weather.
It was always going to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah, every year. It's never different. It never changes. It's always the same.
Do you want to tell the listeners what we're doing today?
We are doing a sort of Halloween-y special almost.
It's a bit early, but yeah.
It'll be a little bit early. We are talking about the new Scream trailer, and also, because both of us happen to have seen it this week, Addams Family 2.
Yeah. I prayed to the sequel gods. I went, gods, give me something to talk about on this week's extra episode. And they gave me a Scream trailer, which was very nice of them, because we were planning to do Addams Family 2. Like you said, we've both seen. But I don't think anyone would really care. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I think our much younger listeners might care. If we have 6 or 7 year olds listening, that they may be interested.
We've had none.
No,
I've looked at our stats, and we have no one listening between 0 to 17. So
okay.
But
Good.
some parents might be listening.
Yeah,
that's more our range. So, and you took your son to go and see Addams Family 2.
Yeah, I took my
did he enjoy
6-year-old
it?
son. He told me he enjoyed it. He said that if he thought Addams Family 1 was a 7, because obviously we rate out of 7, but an Addams Family 2 is a 6. He would say. That's his rating. I don't think I agreed with him, but I'm not the demographic. He certainly laughed at points, and he certainly did little, got up and had a little dance when the music was playing. So
that's quite
that's
cute.
a good thing for him. Yeah.
As an adult, what you got anything to say about it?
It's not as good as the first one. It's pretty formulaic. I think I like the first one. The first one is interesting because in the Addams Family tradition, the baddies are the normal people and the goodies are all the creepy people. Where this one, it was kind of like a bog standard, family having an adventure. It was kind of like Mitchell's versus the Machines, but not as good.
Oh, yeah, not even close as good as that.
Absolutely. So nowhere near as good. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
That's going to be how I was going to review it. It was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it passed an hour and a half of my time, and I have to admit, at one point, I was nearly falling asleep.
And my little boy enjoyed himself. That's the main thing, really, is that he likes anything creepy. He's quite into Addams Family. He likes like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Anything that's kind of a bit creepy and unsettling, he kind of likes.
Yeah.
His favourite program on TV is about a haunted house and goblins and stuff, and he's very happy with that. So he enjoyed it. He was happy. He got some pick and mix out of it. He was a happy boy.
Nice, because I'm guessing there's a half term coming up soon, so this kind of film will be on at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So you would recommend for parents to go take their little ones?
Recommend parents going to take their children to see it. What I wouldn't recommend is what happened to me in the cinema, and I'm going to have a little rant, and I don't judge parents, so it's absolutely fine, but there were some parents who sat in the front row of the cinema, brought their children. One was a 3-year-old and one was about 9 months old. Bit strange to take a baby to the cinema, I think. So I think, that kind of age is a little young, but then they just kind of let them loose. And so they were like, the 3-year-old was kind of running up and down the stairs, and the 9-month-old was crawling over everywhere and crawling up and down the stairs, and I was kind of a little worried for their welfare, because the stairs were quite steep, and that was quite a little baby to be doing that, and that kind of distracted from the movie a little bit for me. So yeah, parents, if you are going to take your kids, maybe take them to a kids screening, like a baby club screening, like we talked
those
about
things
in the past,
exist.
We have talked about it in the past, yeah. But yeah, bit strange, that one. I just,
cool.
No judgment. I'm a parent too. I know when kids are that age, it gets a bit crazy. But yeah, just made it a bit surreal for me.
Fair enough. So there you go. Addams Family 2, 7 out of 7 by...
No, 6 out of 7.
6 out of 7. I can
No.
What would you give it?
Maybe a 2.5, a 3.
2? Yeah. Let's be kind.
2.5.
2.5. And I think that's all we should say about Addams Family.
I think so. That's all I've got. I'm done.
And now we can talk about the main talking point this week.
Scream trailer.
Scream trailer, but not the Scream trailer. Scream trailer. Scream trailer.
Yeah. How annoying is it that they've called it Scream? But I mean, it's Scream 5, right? And they've put the 5 in the M. If you
I'm not
notice.
convinced. I think it's just called Scream.
Well, have you seen the Scream? Have you seen the logo for it? So in the M there is a V, a very definite V, which is different to the rest of the text, which makes it look like that's the 5 in Scream 5.
Oh, okay.
To me, that's what I would. But yeah, it's really annoying.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Call it Screamer, Screamy, Scream.
Anything. Like,
Just
call
another
it Scream
Scream.
5 for God's sake. Just, don't call it the same as the first one. It's just frustrating.
And
So, yeah,
we spoke on the last series. We spoke about Scream 2 because it's Fiona's favourite every sequel, and we both kind of we like Scream 2 and we like Scream 1.
Yeah.
I don't think, if I remember, you hadn't seen Scream 3 or 4.
No, I have not.
Still hasn't seen Scream 4?
Still haven't seen 3 or 4, no. So I don't really... Yeah, if there's anything from 3 or 4 in this, I have no idea.
It doesn't look like it will be. It looks like they're going after the first two because they're the popular ones. Now, I don't know if they're ignoring the other 3 and 4, but we'll see as we
I don't think
really
they
know.
are, because I think I saw something about one of the characters in this is from 3.
Oh!
I think. So, Judy Hicks. So the guy from 13 Reasons Why is called Wes Hicks, and his mum is Judy Hicks, who apparently is in Scream 4.
There you go. So they're going to connect it to all the Screams, hopefully. Then.
Yeah, she's played by Marley Shelton.
Cool.
And she's a deputy. She's like the deputy.
Oh, she's the police officer.
Yeah. So I think she's probably the police officer in Scream 4, I guess, then.
Yeah, I can't remember. Honestly, I can remember very little about Scream 3 and 4, which I'm going to have to watch again to remind myself.
It's Dylan Minnette. I think it's Minnette, who's in 13 Reasons Why on Netflix.
My missus has watched it.
It's quite a good show.
It looks really depressing. Every time I watch it, it looks really depressing.
Quite depressing, yeah. And it's quite young. I'm 40 and I can't relate to 17-year-olds quite so well these days. Although I have to say, Sex Education is a great show and everyone should watch that. But yeah, 13 Reasons Why. So it's okay. It's a pretty good show. But yeah, this guy's quite good in it. This Dylan Minnette, he's really good in that.
Okay, cool.
So interested to see.
Did you think it was a good trailer? Did it intrigue you?
Not massively, if I'm honest.
Really?
I watched it and I was like, oh, this is exactly the same way that every Scream movie starts. And that's basically the trailer. But it was interesting. I saw Neve Campbell and I was like, yeah, I'm still slightly in love with Neve Campbell. That's the thing.
Courtney Cox?
Not so much. No, I've never really been in love with Courtney Cox, to be honest. I was never a big fan.
I was at some point. I was a Monica fan, I think.
Okay. I never really watched Friends.
Oh,
yeah.
Friends.
I'm not the only person in the world who's never really watched Friends. I've seen about 7 episodes, and that's it.
I don't know where to go from that, because Friends is great.
I'm sure it is great. I just never watched it,
So you watched 13 Reasons Why, whatever it's called, but you haven't watched Friends?
Yeah. I never said I was consistent.
No, that's true. That's true.
I have seen some episodes of Friends, obviously, because I've not lived under a rock my whole life. But most of them I saw because I worked in a bar in a hotel where I had no customers, literally no customers. Some days I would cash up the till and it was just the float because I'd taken no money.
Right.
And for a week, a French girl came into the bar and watched 1 episode of Friends and then left again without buying a drink every day for a week.
Oh, so they're the 7 episodes you watched. Okay.
Yeah, and that was it. That's the Friends I've seen.
Blimey. What a life you lead, eh?
Yeah.
And you still haven't seen Scream 3 and 4. Okay, I'm wrapping my head around that.
I've seen other things.
But I'd say you know what happens, but you don't, do you?
Not really, no.
The same, for me, it kind of feels like every Scream's a little bit the same. It's just some are better than the others. There's a murder a grisly murder at the beginning, which looks like it is again. But this time they've got, auto locks on the doors and stuff.
Yeah.
And still there, someone's still got a landline, which I haven't seen a phone like that in a while.
Yeah, we have to have a landline to have broadband these days, don't you? So, that's why people have landlines.
I don't have a phone like that, and I've got broadband.
Don't you? Oh, right, okay.
Listeners are going to find out so much about us on this episode.
I've still got a landline, so you know.
Yeah. So they've stuck with the same design as Ghostface. They haven't meddled with that, it seems. They haven't.
No.
They've brought back Courtney Cox, Nev Campbell, or Neve Campbell, however we like to say it today. David Arquette is back, which we both agreed. You know, he's not the strongest, but good luck to him.
But he looks quite handsome. I think he's kind of, you know, he's aged well. The salt and pepper look kind of suits him.
Have you watched this year? He released a documentary about. It's called "You Cannot Kill David Arquette." And it's about him getting back into wrestling. Because I don't know if you know, but once he won the World Championships in WCW as a wrestler.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's pretty much where he wasn't taken seriously anymore. I don't know if you... it's a really good documentary, actually. I always quite like Eight-Legged Freaks, the one with him when he fights spiders, but that's another tangent. But it's always nice when he comes back to play, what is it, Dewey... I'm about to say Dewey Cox, but that's a completely different
Dewey
film.
Riley.
Thank you. Dewey Cox, Jesus Christ.
Who's
Walk
Dewey
Hard.
Cox? I don't know who that is.
From Walk Hard, the comedy with John C. Reilly.
No, that's it.
Okay, again, great film. So it's nice to have them all back, and it's always exciting. It kind of has this feel of The Force Awakens about it for some people. Lots of people love Scream, Rich.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy amount of love.
I like the first two. I really like the first two. My major takeaway from the trailer is that I must be getting quite old because all of the kids look like kids.
Yeah.
I remember Scream, the kids look like me, like my age, and now I watch it and I'm like, no, the kids look like children.
When it was me, they were older, and now I'm older than them. Any guesses on what the plot's going to be from the trailer, do you think?
Well, here's what I'm guessing from the trailer. So
I'll write this down.
There is a bit in the trailer where it says that Ghostface is killing relatives of the original killers, essentially. Yes. So I've got a feeling that Ghostface is somehow revenge for one of the people murdered in the original Scream movie, and they're taking out revenge by killing people who are related to those original killers. And we're going to find out that one of these kids, I'm going with one of these kids is the killer. I've got a feeling it might be, I don't know, might be a girl this time, maybe. So yeah, one of these kids is the killer, and they're somehow related to somebody who died in the first one. And that's,
do you not think it's going to be two killers? It's always two killers, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's always a I suppose there's always a twisty bit in it.
There's always a surprise somewhere.
Expect. Yeah.
So
I mean, Jack Quaid's in it, isn't he?
He is. I like
from
Jack
The
Quaid,
Boys.
from the Boys.
Boys. And he's quite a big name, but from the trailer makes it seem like quite a smallish part. So that automatically puts him at suspect for me. But,
suspect number one, Jack Quaid. Right, write that down.
Yeah, Jack Quaid, and then one of another of the kids.
And you reckon it's going to be a female?
Yeah, I think so.
I do like the line when it says David Arquette's talking to Sydney on the phone, and have you got a gun? Of course I've got a gun.
Yeah. I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I've got a gun.
Yeah, because she's done a lot of running from a lot of killers. I'm guessing I hope it's going to be an 18, but knowing
I'd hope so. But knowing Hollywood at the moment, they're probably trying to squeeze it into a 15, I guess, wouldn't they?
That'd be awful, wouldn't it, if they tried and make it a 15?
Yeah. Although there's blood in it in the trailer, so I imagine if there's a bit where Ghostface slashes the girl whose name I can't remember. What was her
from
girl?
The beginning?
Was it Amber?
She's the girl from. Have you watched You?
No.
Season 2.
Only in the mirror. No, I haven't. No.
You should watch that. She's in that. She's good in that. I can't remember if she plays Ellie. I can't remember the actress's name, I'm afraid.
I don't know who. But Ghostface slashes at her, and there's a cut across her stomach.
So there's blood.
So there is blood. So that's certainly not a PG-13. Let's put it that way.
The opening of the first screen's so shocking. The Drew Barrymore killing. And they've
That's because Drew Barrymore's a big star as well at the time, though, right? Same with Omar Epps and Jada Pinkett Smith in the second one. But quite big stars to kill off that early.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to do that again. I hope it's not beat for beat the same though. I hope they try
I've got
something a
feeling
little
it
bit
probably
different.
will be. Like, yeah. I think it's going to be beat for beat the same, if I'm honest.
I mean, there's a lot of running and screaming in the trailers. It looks like they go back to the original house, maybe. So
There's
again,
sort of a
someone's got a voice box pretending to be someone.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of Jack Quaid getting chased by Ghostface, so maybe I'm wrong on that one. But then, who knows? There's a bit where, and again, I don't know if I've seen this wrong, but it looks like Sydney setting Ghostface on fire, which is always a favourite one, isn't it? Like Ghostface flailing around, kind of on fire. So don't know what happens there either. But
And David Arquette gets attacked. Dewey gets attacked in the trailer as well.
does he?
Yep.
I missed that bit.
Do you reckon they're going to kill one of the originals off? Because I think they're planning to do like a new trilogy. Like,
I hope
this.
not. I mean, I don't. They'd just be doing it for the audience if they did, right? It wouldn't be. It's not. I don't know. It'd feel a bit strange.
They've survived this long and 4 films.
I'm presuming that Dewey and Gail Weathers aren't together anymore because it looks like there's a shot of David Arquette sat in what looks like a trailer with a bottle of bourbon on a table. I don't think he's. He doesn't look like a married man.
I don't know if they're together in the 3rd and 4th one. I can't remember.
Okay. I don't really know. Is there anything that you've spotted? Is there anything you've spotted in it that you think, oh, hang on, that could be a clue? Because I'm not as big a kind of Scream aficionado as you. So I like
the last line. I like when she says, Sydney, it's been an honour, or it's an honour. That gives me kind of little chills. And then she holds up a gun. So just shoot people. There's I think there's a scene in a hospital.
Yeah, there's a scene. There's a sort of a scene where there's someone sat in a wheelchair. It looks like in a hospital gown with their back to Ghostface, and then you just see the knife come down into the foreground. So it looks like Ghostface is going to attack someone in a wheelchair, but we don't see who that is.
Some jocks get it. He doesn't run very fast.
Yeah,
I love the design of Ghostface. I always thought he's He's definitely up there with the Jasons and then the Freddys for me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you're right. Arquette looks the man in this.
He does.
There's a scene here of someone getting absolutely beaten, and I can't work out who it is.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
The trailer's a really tight trailer, and it doesn't give much away apart from, a lot of shots that... I mean, there's Gail looking worried in lots of it, as well as Courtney Cox can look worried, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stabbing, which is good.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? So that Ghostface kind of says, that, like you say, like it's been an honour.
I would like to... in this world, how big of a deal that story is, how notorious it is. So is it well known for the country, or do people dress up as Ghostface?
Yeah,
because it's also a movie, isn't it? So it's also Stab.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So, but if Ghostface is someone from Sydney's past, potentially, who's left?
I don't know.
There's not many, surely. Like her high school reunion must be quite lonely because they're all dead.
That party was wiped out pretty much from the first film, wasn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, unless it's like Billy Loomis is out of jail or something, or no, he's dead, isn't he?
He's dead.
Like, who's not? Are any of the killers not dead?
Do you know who's not dead? I can't even remember if he is in the 3rd and 4th. But the Liv Schreiber character,
Liv Schreiber, Cotton. Yeah, Cotton. But I don't think it's gonna be Cotton. He's too pathetic. By Scream 2, he's too pathetic. He's just fame hungry. He didn't want to be. He's not a killer. No, I think it's probably someone who was related to someone who died originally, and they're enacting this on relatives of the killers.
It can't be the killer from the first one because that's the mother from the killer. By the way, spoilers.
Yeah, just in case.
That's the killer from the second one.
Do you not think that maybe I don't know, Billy Loomis had a secret sister or something, or a...
Well, there's always a chance of a secret relative, Rich, yes.
Yeah.
We haven't met the dad. He could also be mental.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be someone from Sydney's past. But I'm not quite sure how that connects to all the young new people.
You wouldn't say it's been an honour to someone you knew.
Or it's an honour.
You'd say that to someone that you don't really know, but you
It sounds
know
like
of.
it's... Yeah, I've read about you.
Yeah. So that makes it seem like this new Ghostface doesn't know Sydney, but is in some way connected. So could be like Billy Loomis's dad, or, you know, half brother or half sister or something, or, you know, someone who's...
Twin brother.
Bum bum bum. Billy went with the mum. The other son they went with the dad.
How do you think all the connected with all these young new college students are? They can't all be...
They've got to be high
related
school
to...
students, surely, because they only look about 15.
Yeah, and they can all be related to previous people in the first film. Oh, I don't... We'll find out in January.
That's what it says in the trailer, though. It says he's killing people related to the original killers.
So if you're not related to the original killers, you must be like, oh, I'm alright then.
Yeah, sorted.
Sorted. I'm going on holiday. See you all later. It doesn't feel like a January film. It should, you know, it feels like a Halloween film.
It should be out now, shouldn't it? It's not really a... I said this about Hotel, when they put Hotel Transylvania 4 back. January is a weird time to put that out. I mean, I was supposed to be taking George... The reason I took George to see Addams Family 2 is I was supposed to be taking him to see Hotel Transylvania 4, which I know he would definitely love.
January's a new October.
Well, apparently so.
Yeah.
January's a new Halloween.
Should we wrap it up and tell the people what else they need to know about us?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I know, it's my job. It was quite nice giving you that job last week.
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
No, you didn't. No, you can find us on social media. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. We are at Unequal Sequel. You can also email us if you have any suggestions. If you've got some theories about the Scream 5, Scream 2022, whatever we're going to call it, trailer, and you've got some theories you want to share with us, or... if, like the guys in the Sequelizers podcast, you just want to rip into my film likes and dislikes, which they quite like to do, it seems, you can just send us an email. We are unequalsequel@hotmail.co.uk. No, we are unequalsequel... I've had 1 week off and I've forgotten it again. Damn it. Yep. 3 weeks I got it right. 1 week off and I got it wrong. unequalsequel@hotmail.com.
Yeah. I do feel like there's a war brewing between us and Sequelizers over there.
No, I don't think there's a war brewing. It's friendly
Rich,
banter.
they don't like National Treasure 2. And
that is weird. Like, National Treasure 2 is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can friendly disagree. We can have friendly disagreements.
That's the beauty of cinema. That's what I tell everyone.
Go and listen to their episode where they create a better version of National Treasure 2 and make your own mind up, listeners. You know, you go and listen to them. There is room in this world for you to listen to lots of different podcasts. We have no beef. We love those guys. But yeah, they are wrong about National Treasure 2. Sorry.
Damn them. You can also listen to our podcast. We're available everywhere. And everywhere. And that's all from me. So, and all from him.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.